Welcome back to a Faster PC live support. I know you've been waiting all week for this show. Well, you don't have to wait any longer. Get excited. This time, this is exciting. We're actually going to be helping people resolve their computer problems. We may help you resolve your computer problems. So give us a call, 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590, or you can head over to our Facebook or YouTube video. Either go to Facebook, search for a Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes. Go to YouTube. YouTube channel is kind of new, and we don't have as many likes over there, but get over there and you can watch the show there as well. Or you can head to our website at fasterpc.com. We have links to both our Facebook page and our YouTube channel where you can watch this show in its entirety. And you know what? If you're driving down the road, you're doing other things, you're not able to watch right now, you'll be able to watch the show in its entirety at your convenience after the show is over. So, but if you have a computer question, if you have a computer problem, if something's not working, now is your chance to get your problem solved for free. Give us a call, 772-340-1590, and let's see whether we can help you on this show resolve your computer problem. Also, we do have technicians that are standing by in the shop ready to resolve computer problems. And we'll be there today until 2, but you don't have to wait until then. Remember, computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
That's right, you sure do. When we are back, ready to answer your questions. Hopefully everyone had a happy and blessed Thanksgiving. We definitely had a good one as well. And definitely want to welcome you guys all back to a Faster PC Live technical support. We are here. We're ready to answer your computer questions, ready to help you resolve your computer and technical issues as well. And one of the things that I'm doing right now is I'm sharing this show with my friends on social media so that they can be a part of this as well. And of course, we're here. We're ready to answer your computer questions, ready to help you resolve your computer and technical issues as well. And one thing that we may be, if you live in St. Lucie County, if you may be thankful in the near future, is that the St. Lucie County tax collector's offices, they'll actually be starting to work on getting their systems back online at all of their offices. So far, just the Tradition office has been working, and buses in the other parking lots, and major, really what looks like a cyber attack, definitely from the description that we have seen from the tax collector's office, and also from St. Lucie County, talking about the forensics that's going on. What that means is that they investigators and cybersecurity experts are coming in to determine what happened, why it happened. Just think though, if you are out there, maybe you work in a business, maybe you own a business, maybe you used to work in a business, but just imagine if your computer, maybe it's even a church, maybe your computer network were down for multiple weeks in a row. How would that affect your performance and your business? Would that put you out of business? Many companies that experience a cyber threat, in fact, a large percentage of those that experience a cyber threat do go out of business within the next year. And it's a major event. Well, there are things, you don't have to be a sitting duck. There are things you can do to actually help protect you, your individual computer, as well as your business, your corporate, your medical office, your dental office, your legal office, or accounting office. And in fact, some of these steps are actually required. In fact, for some industries, all of, really everything that we offer is required be compliant and to meet the requirements and to actually comply with cybersecurity requirements. And why is that? Well, because it's important, and sometimes business owners, those that are responsible for watching over the network, will bypass what is necessary to protect their computers and their computer systems. And really what we're talking about there is if you're out there and your data is on these systems, well, what we're talking about is we're talking about your information. It might be your social security number, it might be your date of birth, might be your driver's license number, your name and your address, maybe your credit card number or your banking account routing number and checking account number. It is vital that businesses take seriously, and organizations take seriously the protection of your information. So the St. Lucie County tax collector is going to be okay, because you know what? If you owe money to the government, you're going to pay that money this year. You're going to pay the money whether they can process it promptly or not. You're going to pay the money, whether you pay it this month or next month or the month after that. You're going to pay the money. In fact, if you have a mortgage, your property taxes have probably already been paid by your mortgage company. If you may have already paid them yourself, but they're going to receive the same amount of money. But for those businesses that are out there, the organizations, the ministries, the churches, the doctor's offices, the dental offices, the accountant's offices and attorney's offices, you've got to remember it's important for you to protect your client's information. And in addition to the importance to protect your client's information, it's important to protect your network so that you can actually continue to operate, continue to process whatever it is that you do. You have to have your computer systems to do that. Sometimes we hear people complain, well, life was so much simpler before computers. Well, really? I mean, just wait until a company has a computer outage and see how simple things are without computers. Really, we depend on computers so much, and so it is important to protect your data and just think about the reputation. If you're breached, what will your customers think? And really, you have an obligation to protect their data. You have an obligation to protect their network. So how do you best do that? Well, you best do that by implementing good cybersecurity hygiene, by training your employees, by training your employees to the cybersecurity risks, by placing multiple layers of safeguards at the computer level or workstation level, at the network level, testing and also testing. It's one thing to say, hey, we have everything under control. Maybe you even have a different an IT provider other than a Faster PC, and your IT provider says, yeah, we've done everything that's necessary to make sure that that these systems are protected. And how do you know that that's true? Well, you can, and one of the things that is really a requirement in many of the cybersecurity compliance criteria and the regulations is, and by the way, it's not just government regulations, but if you want to go out and get a cyber liability insurance policy, well, as a company, as an organization, you're going to need to meet certain requirements. You're going to need to make sure that you're protecting yourself, and that your computers are, that you're protecting your customers' data. And there's certain things that they're going to require, and their requirements are increasing because they don't want to pay out for a loss for you. But one of the things that we can do here at A Faster PC is we can provide a cyber security assessment where we can actually go in, we can test your system, we can actually try to actually break in from the outside. We'll test various vulnerabilities from the outside, from the inside, see if malicious payloads will come across your router, or if your router will block those. See if there are any passwords that can be cracked on your system. I mean, we've run these on several systems, and one of the things that's interesting is that on every system so far, we have cracked passwords within a matter of seconds. And the thing is, we're doing this to uncover vulnerabilities and to help expose threats that are out there. But if a hacker does this, that information is going to be on the dark web. They're going to make money off of that information, selling it for profit. So, don't just take someone's word for it. Even if A Faster PC is providing your IT support, we can provide a third-party assessment to verify that things are being done. And if things aren't being done, if you need to take additional steps, we can help you take those additional steps.
Listening to A Faster PC radio here, heard every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour right here on this station, and stream live to our Facebook page. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, ready to answer your computer questions. So you know what? If you have questions, well, we can't answer them unless you ask them. Our number, if you want to have your computer questions answered, is 772-340-5090. 772-340-5090. Also, you can type your questions into the comments section of our live Facebook video that's happening right now over at Facebook. You can go there, search for A Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes. Or you just go to our website, afasterpc.com. Click on the link to listen to A Faster PC radio. We're here. We're ready to answer your computer questions, and we'll be right back to do that. Computer problems? You need A Faster PC. This is Brian Longworth, host of A Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, A Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to A Faster PC, or A Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need A Faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need A Faster PC.
A Faster PC has been here, and as Florida begins to open for business,
A Faster PC.
will remain open to repair computers 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 2 Saturdays. We offer curbside drop-off and pickup and on-site service where A Faster PC can come to you. And we can fix many computer problems remotely without requiring any in-person contact. A Faster PC is also working to help our customers set up remote access so that employees can continue to work and be productive from home. Computer problems?
You need A Faster PC.
A Faster PC is conveniently located at 7190 South US 1 next to the new Dollar General in Port St. Lucie, and on the web at
www.afasterpc.com.
that's www.afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. Again, that's 772-878-5978. Even in times like these, when you have computer problems,
You need A Faster PC.
Welcome back to a Faster PC Radio. I know you've been waiting, a whole few minutes for the next segment of today's show. If you've been waiting to give us a call so that you can get your computer question answered, well, now's a great time to give us a call. Give us a call. The number here at the studio is 772-340-1590. 772-340-1590. Of course, if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to call and be on the radio. This is your opportunity, by the way, if you do want to be on the radio. But if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to be on the radio, you don't want people to hear what you say, then you can actually head over to our Facebook video. It's a live Facebook video going on right now. You can head over there. Just go to www.afasterpc.com. Click on the link to listen to a Faster PC Radio. That'll take you to our Facebook page. Or you can go to Facebook, search for a Faster PC. You'll find our page. We have between 22 and 23,000 likes. You'll be able to actually get over there, scroll down on the page a little bit. You'll see the live video, and you can type your question into the comment section. Now, your question doesn't have to be on what we've been talking about. It can be on any topic as long as it's computer related. So head over there and you can be on the show, or just give us a call, 772-340-1590. We did also want to remind you that we have technicians standing by ready to resolve computer problems. Our number in the shop is 772-878-5978, and we are located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie. Again, the number is 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
Yes, you do, and we are back ready to answer your computer and technical questions, ready to help you with your the issues that you might be having as well. So our number here in the studio, 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. We can help you. We can help you resolve your computer and technical issues. Now, one of the things that we have been talking about in the last, really the last several years, we've been talking about various ways of streaming television and how you can watch different types of TV on your phone, on your computer, on your tablet, even on your TV, and ways that you can actually stream television even without a cable TV subscription. And one of the things that we see quite often is people say, well, I don't know really why people say, well, my bill, it just keeps going up and up and up, and they want to cut back. And I know a lot of you, costs have been rising. It costs more to go to the grocery store. It costs more to fill up your gas, your car with gas. It costs more for electricity. So many things are costing more and more these days. So it's important that you can go out and say, hey, I want to, where can I cut? Well, one of the ways that you can cut that we've talked about is by getting rid of your cable TV subscription and going with a streaming package, or going with various streaming entities. And one of the things that's interesting is that Thanksgiving, there's always football, NFL football games, and there used to be, traditionally, there were two teams or two games that were played on Thanksgiving, and then they added actually the NFL added a third game, and this year they actually added a game on Black Friday, which happened yesterday, and that one was streamed on Amazon Prime. And I read a headline that said that this is the latest blow to traditional television packages. And so, traditionally in the old days, you would have to, well, I know when I was a kid, we actually didn't even have the option of cable TV. We had a TV with rabbit ears, and our street did not have the option of cable TV, and so we actually would get 2 or 3 channels. And if it was overcast, we might get an extra channel. And a lot of times the channels were snowy and didn't come in very well. Well, today you have actually with digital broadcast, you actually can get a antenna. Many people can get an antenna that just goes, just goes on their wall or near the window. And you can get more channels than what I could get when I was a kid, and they'll be clear. And every station you get multiple stations. Like for instance, you'll get the Trinity Broadcasting Network. Most of our listeners will get that. And what you get with that is you get the traditional English station, you get a Spanish station, you get a teen station, you get a kid station, and most of the networks have maybe 5 or 6 different feeds for, and one of them will be in Spanish, one of them will be oldies, so of course you have the traditional, if you're getting the Fox feed, you'll have the Fox feed. There are also antennas that you can actually place outside or in your attic or even inside your house that have more arms and where they can actually have better reception. Well, there are also each of the networks has their own streaming package. For instance, ESPN is now owned by Disney, and so they have a package where you can get ESPN or Disney or ESPN plus Disney or ESPN plus Disney plus Hulu with live television. And so you have a whole bunch of different options there. And CBS has their own streaming package, and NBC has their own streaming package. And I believe that NBC's is called Peacock. I may be getting them mixed up with another one. But the night game on Thanksgiving was streamed. I believe it was on Peacock, and I was at my wife's one of my wife's sister's house, and we were having Thanksgiving, and we were finished eating, and one of the earlier games, the Dallas Washington game was on, and then the night game came on, and they didn't have a subscription to that package, and they were able to watch it for a little bit of time, and then it came up and said your trial is over. You can sign up for a trial, or you can for like a 7-day trial, or you can go ahead and you can actually subscribe now. And I think they did subscribe, and I don't know whether they'll continue with that subscription, but they subscribed just to that Peacock, which would give you access to the channel there, to the NBC network, and also to anything else that they have on their network, and including, they're going to have actually some saved, archived shows and the current shows that they're producing. So it was something that typically when I watch games, I'm watching them in delay, and I'm either watching them with NFL Plus Premium. That's if it's an NFL game, that's where you can't watch it when it's live, but you can watch it afterward. And typically you don't have commercials. You can also watch condensed games, and condensed games just go from the beginning of a play to the end of that play, and then jump to the beginning of the next play. So they cut out a lot of the commentary. Even if someone's injured, or there's a penalty, or there's a review, you're really not going to see that. You're not going to know what happened during that time. So they don't even tell you that it's the start of the second half. You've got to really, really pay attention to watch a condensed game, but you can watch the entire game. You can watch the entire game in about 45 minutes, which is phenomenal. I typically watch the full game, and you'll get like maybe the first 3 to 5 seconds of a commercial, and then you'll get the last 3 to 5 seconds of the last commercial. But other than that, you just watch it. If the game is on, we subscribe to YouTube TV, and that's a cable streaming package alternative. So it's that streaming package that's an alternative to cable TV. And we actually subscribe to that, and we're able to watch. And if you start watching the game after the game starts, you can actually fast forward through the commercials. Obviously, if you're watching it live, you wouldn't be able to fast forward through the commercials. You'd have to pause, and then you could fast forward after the commercials are over. But you can't fast forward beyond live, obviously, because it's a live event. So I'm not used to seeing the commercials, and I really don't know what normally would have been on during that. But I do know that on Peacock they did advertise a lot of the programming for Peacock. They had a lot of shows that they were advertising that really were not shows that I would want to even watch the commercials for. Shows that showed scantily clad women, shows that were really going over horror and some of them the occult and some things like this, and things that I wouldn't really normally watch. Again, I don't know whether those same commercials were on the regular broadcast if you were to watch it on cable, or you were to watch the broadcast through an antenna. And by the way, through an antenna, you would really probably have to have you either live in the West Palm Beach area, live closer to West Palm, or have an antenna. If you live in St. Lucie County, have an antenna that's outside of your house, up as high as possible, and these antennas can actually rotate and get pointed toward that NBC tower, wherever that is. I don't know where it is, but I know that we have picked up some of the NBC and ABC in the past when we had a antenna in our attic. In the attic, it has to go through plywood, and you're not going to get quite as good a reception. But that's something that, just to give you a little bit of feedback from my experience, actually, the one thing that was interesting too is that originally the game that we originally saw when we were doing the original trial, the colors were much more vivid than when he actually signed up for the product. It's interesting that the quality of the video actually lowered down, and we saw a difference actually. The Seahawks were wearing this what they call the Color Rush color, which is very bright green, and it was really bright to begin with. But once he signed up for the paid package, it actually became much duller. I don't know exactly why that was. That was really interesting. I don't know if it never really caught up to where we had the same quality of picture. So that was something that was a little bit different and a little bit odd. Certainly you're going to be limited maybe by your internet. You do have to have internet, by the way, for streaming television. You can't stream television without having the internet. But once you have the internet, then you'll be able to get that feed. That feed will come on in. You'll be able to get the television and watch it, and hopefully the quality will be as good as it is in real, that it would be if you were watching cable TV. Again, with the stream, I don't know if, and there might even have been settings. I know some of the packages have settings where you can lower the quality so that you can actually improve or reduce the amount of bandwidth, because that's another issue, is that your internet service provider is going to actually limit you on bandwidth, and they're going to actually charge you if you go over the bandwidth. And if you're streaming, let's say in 4K, you could go over that bandwidth. So sometimes there's a setting to lower the bandwidth that's being used. And so what are we talking about with bandwidth? We're talking about data size, file size. And, you know, I can tell you that our church service, when we are actually streaming, we record our church service video, and we record the audio, and then we actually take that and mix it, and we put it into a format for YouTube and Facebook, and we also extract the audio for our radio shows that are heard here on WPSL and WCNO. And but I can tell you that a 30-minute, a little bit over 30 minutes of video at high definition is about 4 gigabytes of data. So, you know, you just think, you know, 4K is more than that as well. So and it could have just been a setting in the app itself that lowered the data. Typically, your internet service provider will give you 1 terabit of data bandwidth per month, and that's a lot. But again, if you're streaming in 4K or even a high definition, and you're doing that often, that can eat away at that bandwidth. We'll be continuing to talk about how you can actually stream, how you can, various ways that you can watch television. In the upcoming weeks, we'll be talking about some of the low-cost ways that you can actually stream, and you know, different options that are available out there. And of course, Peacock is one of those.
You're listening to a Faster PC radio heard on this station every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back for the final segment of today's show. Listen, if you want to get your computer questions answered and you haven't called in, now's your opportunity. In fact, this is your last opportunity coming up. 772-340-1590. 772-340-1590. You can also head over to our Facebook page, and you can actually, from the Facebook page, you can type your computer questions into the comment section of the live video, and we'll cover them on today's show. But you know what? You've got to get over there right now, or give us a call, 772-340-1590, so we can answer your computer questions. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC. From the founding of our company, a Faster PC has provided our customers with quality service and computer products at competitive prices. We find that in the current economy, this is more important than ever. A Faster PC recently conducted a market survey and found that our prices are the least expensive in the area. Some of our competitors charge twice what we charge. Perhaps that's why more customers are turning to a Faster PC. We're helping our customers save money by repairing their computers rather than replacing them.
Now, wait a minute. You mean a Faster PC saves customers money?
A Faster PC offers the most competitive prices for computer repair in our area.
Wait a minute. Technicians that know what they're doing for less than the competition?
That's right. A Faster PC can handle anything from software installs, virus, spyware, and malware, and those annoying pop-ups, to QuickBooks, Metisoft, and SoftIn support, from wireless networks to hardware networks. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
Conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. Call 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
This is Brian Longworth, host of a Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, a Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to a Faster PC, or a Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
Welcome back to a Faster PC Radio. This is the last segment of today's show. We'd love to answer your computer questions, but if you don't call, we can't answer. Give us a call. The number to have your computer question answered is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590, or you can hop on over to our Facebook page, A Faster PC, and actually from there, you can type your question into the comment section. So again, just a few more minutes to answer your questions. We did want to remind you also that not only can you ask your questions at the Facebook page or by calling 772-340-1590, but you can also watch the video as well. So some of the questions that I'm answering, as I answer those questions, I'll be able actually to show you the steps that you go through to resolve computer problems. And if you're not where you can watch it right now, that's fine. You can watch it at your convenience shortly after the show's over. It'll be up there on our Facebook page. You can get there one of two ways. Either go to our website, afasterpc.com. We have a link that says listen to A Faster PC Radio. If you click on that, it'll take you to our Facebook page, or go to Facebook and search for A Faster PC. We also wanted to remind you that in the shop we have technicians standing by today to work on computers and resolve computer problems. We're at 7190 South US 1, and our number in the office is 772-878-5978. And of course, we're here to answer your questions. Well, your computer questions, and we could answer other questions, but we're here specifically to answer computer questions. Computer problems? You need A Faster PC.
That's right, you do, and we are back ready to answer your computer and technical questions, and we're going right to the lines where we have Yvette. Welcome to A Faster PC Live Technical Support.
She accidentally just bailed out. I think she might be heading for the chat room. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, Yvette, if you're still listening, you can definitely call back, or you can type in your comment or your question into our live video over on Facebook or YouTube. And but one of the things that we have been talking about in the last few weeks, because I know there's a lot of you that buy computers this time of the year, and unfortunately, some of you sometimes buy computers that are worse than the one you already have, slower than the one you already have too small of a hard drive or a slow hard drive. And you're not really realizing, because you don't understand all the technology. And one of the things that the companies do when they are creating computers is they offer low-price computers. And typically, these low-price computers have limitations. And sometimes that means that the computer is actually slower than the one that you already have. And this is something that we see quite often. Last week, on last week's show, we actually showed you how to check your processor, the model of your processor, and then do a benchmark against your processor and compare your processor to actually the processor that's out there, in a computer that you're kind of thinking about. So what you want to do is just actually check that out. So that's something to actually go look for, to see, to watch that video, to see how to actually do that. Today we're going to talk about hard drive space, and so we'll talk about the space on a drive, and first of all, how do you determine whether you have enough space, and also what type of drive is coming in the computer. So first of all, let me switch over to a full screen, and I'll actually switch over and I'll show you the way that you can actually determine and check your computer to see how much space you're using, because when you buy a new computer, you want to make sure that you're getting a new computer that's fast enough, that's as fast as what you actually need it to be, and has a big enough drive, but you don't necessarily need to go too much bigger, than what you actually need. You want it to be enough for room to grow, but that's going to depend on your utilization. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch the File Explorer. Now, in Windows 10 and Windows 11, you're going to have on the taskbar, that's the bar at the bottom of the screen, you're going to have what looks like a Manila file folder. And so we're going to click on that. And you can also hold down the Windows key on your keyboard. That's the key that looks like a 4-pane window, or on some older computers it might look like a window flag, 4-pane window flag. But we're going to open up the File Explorer, and then what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to actually go to this PC on the left-hand side. You might have to scroll down. Now, I use way more data than what most of you guys use listening out there. And so if you're looking at my computer on my screen, you're going to actually see 2 of my drives right now are in the red. They are very full. These are SSD drives, so the performance really doesn't cut down all that much with an SSD drive when it gets very full. But my primary operating system drive is 465 gigabytes, 42 gigabytes free. Actually, if we look at the drive itself, you'll see, if we go to right click on the drive, go down to properties and left click, you'll see I actually have the total capacity is 500 gigabytes. So let's just real quick go over why there's a difference, 465 versus 500. So every kilobyte, you probably have heard about a kilobyte. First, there's bits. That's the smallest smallest measurement of data on a computer. There's 8 bits make up 1 byte, and then there's 1,024 bytes makes up a kilobyte. And from there on out, it goes up by 1,000. So 1,000 kilobytes makes up a megabyte. 1,000 megabytes makes up a gigabyte. 1,000 gigabytes makes up a terabyte. This is the metric system. You thought you would never learn that, or never use that. I thought I would never use the metric system. Hard drive manufacturers round that the kilobyte down to 1,000 bytes. Or bytes. So that extra 24 makes the difference between 465 and 500. So for a hard drive manufacturer, 500 for a hard drive manufacturer, 1,000 bytes equals a kilobyte. So that extra 24 makes the difference there. But most people are using less than 100 gigabytes of data. Now, you may be like me. One of the reasons I have so much data on my computer is every week I am compiling. Like right now, I'm recording this show. At the end of this show, I'll have 1 gigabyte less than what I had before the show started. Tomorrow, I'll preach and I'll generate over 4 gigabytes of data in video. And then I'll compile that and mix it together and have another 2 gigabytes. So every week, I'm bringing in probably 7 to 8 gigabytes of additional data. And I do have a way of reducing that amount off of my drive. But most people aren't going to, you're not going to be in this situation for most people. We do have some customers like me that use a lot of video. You need a big hard drive. Or a lot of photos. Photos require, more, but they don't require as much as video. Photos, you're going to be using up quite a bit of data with photos as well. If you have audio files, those are going to be taking up some space, but not again as much as videos would take. If you have a lot of Word documents, Excel documents, most of those aren't going to take up hardly any space at all, and really you're not going to clutter up your computer with that. And one of the things that some people tell us is some people say, I think my computer just needs to be cleaned up because it's getting slow. And a lot of times they're looking at, they have Word documents and Excel documents, and really your computer's not going to get slow because you have a whole bunch of Word documents and Excel documents. And deleting those off of your computer is not going to speed your computer up. What happens now if my computer were this full, if my drive were this full, as full as it is now, with a platter hard drive, this would be excessively slow. And the reason is platter hard drives have metal platters that spin around at 4,500, 5,400, 7,200 RPMs. Some really, really fast drives spin faster than that. But and there's an arm that moves back and forth. When data needs to be written, the drive writes it to the first space available. Let's say this is a very large file. Maybe it is a 2 gigabyte file. Well, and there's 10 gigabytes available. Well, it's going to write 10 gigabytes of that in that first spot. And then it gets to the next spot. Maybe the next spot has 30 megabytes. And so it writes that much there. And it gets to the next spot. And so on. That's called fragmentation. And fragmentation can slow your computer down because that file is in multiple locations on your drive. It's not that way with a digital solid state drive. So the solid state drive is phenomenally faster. And if your drive is not a solid state drive, getting a solid state drive in your existing computer will greatly enhance the performance of your system. In most cases, it will enhance the performance so that your computer would be faster than a new computer with a platter hard drive. So if you're out there in the market for a new computer, you go out and you buy one that has a fast processor, but it has a slow platter hard drive, well, you'd be better off probably just to upgrade your computer to a SSD drive. Now, SSD stands for solid state drive, and I'm going to open up the task manager, and you can do that by holding down the Control, Shift, and Escape keys on your keyboard. So you hold down the Control and the Shift, and then press Escape. That actually launches the task manager. And what we can do is we can go to the Performance tab. On Windows 11, that's on the left side. On Windows 10, it's on the top. And what you're going to want to do is go to your various drives. You see mine are all SSD drives. Some computers have a platter hard drive, and they'll have a small SSD called a Intel Optium, I think they're called. And it's actually just a cache, maybe a 16 gigabyte cache that kind of turns your computer into a hybrid drive. So it pulls some things that the computer thinks you might need into that fast drive, and the task manager will actually say that's an SSD drive, even though it really isn't a full SSD drive. But you see the SSD drive, my D drive really doesn't have any activity. My C drive, you see that it is spiking up, sometimes up to, I don't know, maybe, right now it's at 1%. It just went up to 4%, 3%. So it's the capacity is not being used very much. Now, when you turn your computer on and you go to the task manager, one of the things you'll see is the hard drive. If you have a platter hard drive, that capacity will go all the way up to 100% right when you turn the computer on, because programs are loading and things are there. So one of the things, if you're buying a new computer, or even maybe considering whether you upgrade your computer, you want to get an SSD drive. This will make a huge difference in performance. And if you're buying a new computer, you'll want to make sure that you get one that's large enough to handle the capacity that you actually need. Now, again, most people are using 100 gigabytes or less. We see some people, they're using maybe even 50 or 60 gigabytes. If you're in the 50 gigabyte range, maybe even 60 gigabyte range, you could even use maybe a 120 gigabyte SSD drive in your computer. Really, the smallest that we carry is a 250 gigabyte. And one of the things we're seeing happening today is you're seeing a lot of 500 or 512 gigabyte drives available out there. You definitely want to have room for expansion, but you don't necessarily need to have a terabyte, which is 1,000 gigabyte drive. If you need help determining what you need and what you have, we can help you with that here at A Faster PC, and we can help you with determining that.
And we're coming to the end of today's show, but if you've missed any part of this show or just want to listen to it again or watch it again, because you can do that at our Facebook page and YouTube channel. You can not only hear the show, but also see the show. And when we've described and shown you how to resolve computer problems, you can actually see that and watch it over and over again at our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. You can get there by going to our website at fasterpc.com and clicking on the links. We're open today until 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, we're open from 9 to 5, and next Saturday, we'll be open from 9 to 2. We want to invite you to listen to our church radio show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. here on WPSL. The title to tomorrow's sermon is, Should We Thank God, the Pilgrims, the Puritans, and the Founding Fathers for the Freedoms We Have in America? You can listen to other sermons on our church website, covenanttabernacle.com, or our church Facebook page, Covenant Tabernacle World Outreach Center. You can find A Faster PC's Facebook page and YouTube channel by searching for A Faster PC on Facebook and YouTube, or by going to our website and clicking on the links. While there, you can actually watch the show, not only hear the show, but also watch the show and see the steps that we go through to actually resolve computer problems. A Faster PC is conveniently located at 7190 South US 1 on the east side of US 1, just north of Rio Mar. We're also on the web at www.afasterpc.com. Again, that's afasterpc.com. And you can reach us at 772-878-5978. Again, 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
Don't you know by now you need a faster PC?
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Isn't it about time that we protect every human being in America, including the preborn? Go to personhoodflorida.com today to sign the Human Life Protection Amendment to establish liberty and justice for all. Again, that's personhoodflorida.com.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie.
The Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Wendy Gillette.